Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Shimano SH-RC302 budget cycling shoes. Shimano's RC3 shoes are the brand's mid-tier cycling shoes, and I've just been refreshed with the latest SH-RC302 model that we have here. The RC302 shoes are marketed as a value pack shoe with modern features and a BOA closure system. Packaging wise, you just have the standard Shimano box, blue Shimano logo right on there, and then the specs for the version we have here, which is a Euro 44 in the blue navy. We'll go ahead and open this up and we'll go over the specs. Retail price on this is only $130, so very affordable. They have a single BOA L6E dial for the closure system, a fiberglass reinforced outsole, which gives you comfort, and then relatively stiff outsole as well. You get 3-bolt compatibility, so it works with all the Shimano SPD-SL or Look Keo. And then you have this cool reflective printing as well, which ensures you're visible. The upper material here is a synthetic leather upper with recycled mesh material. So it's a pretty nice overall design at a very affordable price point. As far as what comes with these, obviously you get some basic packing material, the 2 shoes, and then the big safety instructions in here as well. Now let's take a look at the weight of these shoes. This is the Euro 44 in the men's. The left one is 279 grams. And then the right shoe, that's a little bit heavier at 280. Visually, the RC302 shoes combine Shimano's wraparound design with a more affordable single BOA dial closure system. You can see most of this upper material is a synthetic leather, and the big difference between this and the previous version is that they've really designed the closure system. They've redesigned it from having a dial at the center on the right side to moving it outbound and further back, which is more traditional. So it matches better with the rest of the Shimano lineup. And you have that more traditional wraparound design that we see with Shimano shoes, with the 2 pieces actually overlapping. There are perforations on here, so you have great breathability, so you can see all the dots here extend all the way back to the heel. And then on the other side, you can see they extend all the way up here. You also have this really cool finish too, so you can see it's almost a matte finish on the front. And then you have this more leather-like glossy appearance on the back side around the heel region. So it's pretty attractive and has nice contrast. Shimano currently offers these shoes in 3 different colors for the men's variation. They have black, navy, and white. Obviously this is a navy, and it's pretty attractive. So you have the dark blue and then the more shiny blue. You have RC3 printed on the back side. This nice reflective stripe, which is great for visibility at night. And then Shimano, which is a really subtle logo on the top. The women's variation gets the black color and then an exclusive sage green that's not available in the men's versions. And you can see with these shoes, you also get the wider toe box that Shimano is known for. So you can see the front region's nice and wide, it's more anatomical, and should be a lot more comfortable. And with this flexible material, you can see it can definitely stretch around you. They also offer wide variations and tons of size options, so you can really find the one that matches you. There's black accents as well, so the inner portion's all black, and then the black edges here that are rubberized for the outsole. As far as the closure system, you have an interesting design. You can see it's a single BOA L6 dial. You only have micro tightening, so if you go one direction, it'll tighten. The other direction doesn't do anything. Then you have to pull up to loosen it. With this wraparound design, you can see as I tighten it, this will actually slide under and it'll really wrap around your feet for a nice fit. The downside of this design, as you can see, I can't really open it that much. So the opening's more limited than a traditional tongue. And then you can see there's 3 rows here. So the straps have a zigzag design with these special cutouts. And then the cable routing goes through these fabric loops and provides a single zone adjustment. So it is effective. You don't have a Velcro strap, and you can see with the dial further back, it's easier to grab when you're riding as well, but you just remember you don't have micro loosening, just micro tightening. As far as the outsole, the big difference between this and the higher end ones, it's not carbon fiber. It's a fiberglass design, so a lot less stiff than the higher end versions. But you can see they have mimicked the design of the S-PHYRE and the other ones with this more integrated design, so you don't just have a big piece. You can see it's very well integrated and sort of hidden with the cover. You have a 3-bolt setup, and very subtle markings, so you almost can't see them depending on how the light hits them. It would have been nice if these were brighter, but you have fore and aft adjustment. You have a nice little air inlet on the front, and then bumpers on the front and rear. The rear one's a little bit bigger, the front one's very subtle. If we go inside the shoe, you can see a very simple insole. You have the little perforations on the front that match the air vent, and then Shimano branding. The inside of the shoe is also really cool. You have this honeycomb design. So if we shine a light here, you can see you have this honeycomb, and then it goes all the way up to the front. You can also see we have great ventilation here. So if I shine a light, you can see that's where the inlet is. And then all the perforations are also visible. But again, it's kind of cool. So you have that center channel that'll push air all the way down and give you a little bit extra ventilation. Now let's take a look at the RC3 shoes on the road. Here we have it on our Trek Amande. And overall, we found the shoes to be really comfortable in the Euro 44, even though these are the standard width. They're nice and comfortable, no pressure points, no hard surfaces on the inside. It's nice wraparound design that's more S-PHYRE inspired. So it really feels good on the road, even with our wider feet. They're also attractive shoes with our wraparound design and simple branding. And in the blue color, they're a little bit more unique. Obviously, these have a more flexible sole though, so that's one of the big downsides of this. Unlike the RC5, 7, or 9, which are nice and stiff, these are a little bit softer, so it's definitely not designed for everybody. If you're doing sprints or a lot of climbing, we found the flexibility to be comfortable, but doesn't really let you put out your full power. So I definitely recommend going up to a carbon sole. But if you're more of a recreational cyclist, indoor cyclist, the softer sole does work well, and it's the same one used in the RC1, but you do get that BOA dial, which is a lot easier to adjust when you're cycling. So overall, pretty nice shoe. Again, very affordable at the price point of only $130, so a lot of value there. But the soft sole is a plus or minus depending on your application. We're pretty lucky to have done a lot of Shimano reviews, so we actually have the latest RC102 that we can compare with the RC302. And you can see very similar design, a little bit different graphical treatment, and the big difference here is obviously dial versus straps. This one is $20 cheaper at $110 versus the $130 here. But the cool thing about this is that you do get multiple adjustment zones, same fiberglass base. So it's a decision whether you want to do more indoor training or more casual cyclist, and you prefer straps versus the dial of the RC3. There also is an RC5. We don't have that here, but we do have the RC7. And you can see with the RC7, you get 2 dials. It's a $200 price point, so definitely double the price. But you can see cooler finish, and you have more adjustability with dual dials and these separate regions. And you do get a carbon fiber sole, so if you're more enthusiastic about cycling, do longer rides, I definitely recommend going to carbon. While this is better for more recreational cycling, or if you want additional comfort. But otherwise, they really share a lot of the DNA, so same semi-concealed outsole, same heel cup basic design shape, and you can see even the profiles, nice wide toe box. The RC9 is their S-PHYRE shoes, and you see a really beautiful finish. As you go up in price, obviously you get a ton of cool features. Dual BOA dials in their Li2, so tightening and loosening, which is a really nice feature, and that beautiful iridescent finish that always looks great. You get their stiffest carbon fiber sole too, so you can see more integrated how this is completely concealed. You get another vent on the heel as well, but otherwise definitely a big price up. This is about $450. And they also have the RC9 Power, which adds this really cool crystal finish on the backside, on the heel cup. You get a metal BOA dial, single dial with a Velcro strap, which is interesting. And it's more tailored for sprinters or track use, as it's stiffer and a little less adjustable. But definitely cool options. With the RC3, you get a little of everything. You get the more concealed design, but a much more affordable price point and a single BOA dial. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the RC3 shoes. What I like about them, they're very affordable. So you have a lot of value with this dial setup. Also you have the flexible nylon outsole, which offers more comfort than a carbon sole. Also with the single BOA dial, you get that wraparound upper, which really secures your feet in place and doesn't have any pressure points. The main negative with these shoes is the fact that the nylon outsole is pretty soft, so while it's more comfortable, if you're doing faster riding, hill climbing, or sprints, I would recommend going up to the RC5 or RC7 shoes. But if you're more recreational or you want to do indoor cycling, This softer setup does work out better and it's more comfortable. Taking everything into account, we'd give these shoes a 9.2 out of 10. These are nice BOA dial shoes at a budget price point. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.